everyone. Welcome to this week's social emotional learning lesson. Today we are going to continue with our springtime unit and we are going to talk about goals. Let's get started. As a reminder, last week we talked about positive plants. What are some of the things that we use to make our plant grow? What were some of the words that were coming out of our watering cans? Things like love, friendship, food, water, safety, school, learning. Those were all things that we could pour into our positive plants to help them grow. But did you also know that we can use goals to help our positive plants grow? For our positive plants to grow, we can make growth goals. What is a goal? Well, a goal is something that you set for yourself that you want to achieve or you want to get better at. So, for example, for those of you who have played soccer or who have friends or family who have played soccer, a goal is when you score a point for the team. So, in life, we can score goals as well. They just look a little bit different. Let's go ahead and get started on working on our goals. Here's our plan for today. We are first going to come up with a goal. Then we're going to share how we plan to meet the goal. And I have some steps that we can take to figure that out. You are going to write, draw, or record your goal and then upload it to Canvas so that Mrs. Allman and I can see them and be your cheerleaders. So go ahead and take a second to grab a writing utensil and a piece of paper. I'm thinking a pencil or a pen would be best for the first part of this, and then if you'd like to make it gorgeous with lots of colors from crayons or markers, you can do that as well. So go ahead and take a quick second, pause this video, and then play it when you've come back and you have those supplies. So the first thing we're going to do when we're looking at this page is look at the words in blue at the very top. It says, "What's your goal?" with a question mark. So I want you to think of something that you want to learn, accomplish, or get better at. For example, it might be something in school. Maybe it's a math problem that's pretty tricky that you want to be able to do more quickly. Maybe it's a chapter book that's a little bit challenging, but you want to do your best and see if you can read it. Maybe it's something sports related, like getting really good at a trick. Or maybe it's something artistically related. Maybe Miss Estes had an assignment for you that is really challenging and you want to try to do your best with it. So you practice and practice until you get to a place where you're happy with your end result. So go ahead and take a second, think about what your goal is. Once you have an idea of your goal, I want you or maybe a grown-up or a friend around you to go ahead and write out these sentences. The first sentence I want you to fill in the blanks to is, "I want to blank." So there you're going to put your goal. So I want to learn to swim this summer. I want to get a strike in bowling. I want to finish that book that's kind of tricky for me. So go ahead and write down your goal. Then you're going to give your goal a deadline. So you're going to say, I want to do this thing by April, or by the end of the summer, or by next week. Think about the timeline you want to use for your goal. The next sentence says, I will reach my goal by, and then you're going to list some things that you might do to reach your goal. It might be practicing 3 times a day. It might be memorizing certain number equations. It might be spending 5 to 10 minutes a day reading a page or reading a chapter. So think of how you're going to reach this goal. The next sentence says, I will ask blank to be a cheerleader for me. So think of somebody in your life, probably somebody that's in your house or somebody that you see every day, and think about how you're going to ask them to be a cheerleader. You can say something like, hey, I'm working on this goal, and it would be really helpful to me if you could cheer me on. And that way they know what's going on and they can even help you reach your goal too. And remember, Mrs. Allman and I are always here to be your cheerleaders, as are all of your teachers. So once you know who you want to be a cheerleader for you, you're going to work on the next sentence. This one says, once I reach my goal, I will blank. So think of a small free reward, something that you can do or something that you can try out to celebrate reaching your goal. I know one of my favorite rewards in reaching a goal is that me and the person who cheered me on during my goal setting would go out and play a scrimmage of soccer out in the backyard. Or we draw a really gorgeous chalk picture on the sidewalk. Something that you're going to enjoy that can be like a celebration for you reaching your goal. After you finish that sentence, I want you to sign it and date it so that you are taking ownership of your goal. And if you need to pause this so that you can write out all of the questions or so that you can have an adult help you, you are more than welcome to do that. Once you've completed your goal sheet, you can draw a picture of you reaching your goal, or you can just read the goal to me on Canvas, and I will be so excited to hear all about it. That is what we have for today. So remember, please draw, write, or record the answers to that goal sheet and upload it to Canvas so that Mrs. Allman and I can be your cheerleaders. I cannot wait to see what you're working on. And if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. I'm cheering you on. Have a great week. Bye.